All right, this is video 3A. This is where we talk about how to read your credit report. Okay, this is the sample credit report from Identity Secure. That is another one. You get a 30-day free trial for $1. That's huge. 30 days, okay, $1. You can get a lot done in 30 days for $1. And then you can roll over to your Credit Karma and your free credit report from Experian, as I mentioned in the earlier videos. So there are sections to your credit report, and this is how you're going to go about it. The first section is your personal profile. We talked about that in previous videos. You want to make sure that your name is correct. Okay, I've redacted the information off of here because this is someone's credit report that that's no longer a client, but it's just an old report. So you want to make sure the name, okay, for Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. You want to make sure that the name is consistent all the way across the board. So if your name is Susie D. Davis, it needs to say Susie D. Davis on Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Your year of birth, you can see here, it says 1968. Okay, there are a lot of people born in 1968. Doesn't tell you anything. I've seen credit reports where the year of birth, one would say 1968, Equifax would say 1967, and TransUnion wouldn't say anything. These are issues because someone put this information in about you. And if it's not correct, you want to make sure that at this particular stage, this area has to be 100% correct. Look here, for a current employer, see here you got two. You got Golden Pantry and you got Direct Care Tech. That is a problem. Guess what? If you're applying for something and they ask you who's your current employer and you just got a new job and you say, hey, I work for CVS Pharmacy and I'm a tech, a pharmacy tech, and they run your credit report and they see Golden Pantry and Direct Care Tech and they see Circle M, that raises major concerns. I hope you all understand that it raises major concerns about your credibility, and they haven't even begun to look at your credit report. That's a problem. The first thing that comes to their mind is like, okay, where does this person work? They're trying to get money, and what they put on the application does not match with what's on your credit report. And this is when folks are lazy and they don't update their information with the credit bureaus, and you wonder why you get turned down, or they approve you, but they're giving you a higher interest rate, higher than you could pay for. So these are issues. You look here, all these addresses should and need to be removed. Your personal profile is where it starts, okay? And it's very specific. You can see it says below is your personal information as it appears in your credit file. This information includes your legal name, current and previous addresses, employment information, and other details. Now, if they're lying, this is where you dispute it. Like they said, they're telling you this information includes your legal name. No, that's not my legal name. And that's not my current address. But guess what? If your driver's license has an old address on it and you submit in our system your current address, this is where this creates a problem. And they will fight you tooth and nail to make sure that those accounts stay on your credit report. So this is very important. And that's why if you've moved and you're at a different place, you want to update your personal information. You also want to call your creditors, your credit card companies, who you have credit cards with, because the minute something happens, they say, well, we can never get a hold of you, they're going to put it on your credit report. Call your creditors and say, hey, Capital One, I just want to call you all and make sure that I've moved and here's my new address. Could you please update in the system? You have to do. Okay, very, very important. If you do that, it helps us out tremendously. So the next section is the credit summary. Here it says below is an overview of your present and past credit status, including open and close accounts and balances information. Very important. If you're saying, hey, coach, My goal is to fix my credit so I can buy a home. Okay, they're looking, you have no real estate accounts, you have no revolving accounts. Okay, what is that? Credit cards. And I'm going to do a video to explain to you how credit works, because it's very, very important that you understand how credit works. The fact that this person doesn't have any revolving accounts basically means they have no credit, but they're trying to get something with no credit. They have no installment accounts. What is that? A car payment, student loan, a mortgage payment, an installment account. Let me give you the difference between an installment account and a revolving account. A revolving account is what it says. Revolving means fluctuating, up and down, up and down, up and down. That's your credit card. And that weighs heavily. They weigh you on that because it tells them about your buying behavior. If you got $1,000 limit on a credit card and it's maxed out at $995, your scores are going to drop, because that is a red flag to them that you're not going to be able to pay that down. So what they'll do is they'll reduce your balance from 1,000 to 500, and now you're maxed out. You're over the limit, and that drops your score even more. Okay, very shady people. Very shady people. Now your installment accounts are things that you have consistently. A car payment. That means that it's installed. Install means it's set. So your car payment is not 300 one month and 500 the next month. That's revolving. Installment is a fixed amount every month, every month, every month, every month. Okay, so that's important that you have that. Then you have other accounts that can be, anything else other than what I just mentioned. Now your derogatory summary is where you should be looking. Look here. This person has 19 collections with one bureau, 9 with the other, and 19. Now that's a problem, because that's a lot of negative accounts. Current delinquencies, what does that mean? Current means in the present. That's really bad. That tells you this person's in trouble right now. So if you have current delinquencies on your credit report, that means there's something that's going on right now with your credit that is a major issue, and they're seeing that and they're saying, heck no, there's no way we're going to approve this person for anything. If we do, the interest rates are going to be through the roof. Prior delinquencies, that means that was beforehand. Now they're old. It goes from current to prior. It's all over the place. This is a good file because this person has a lot of issues, with their credit. Okay, so again, let's look at the inquiries. This is important. If you have a ton of inquiries on your credit report, it basically says to them that you've been applying for credit, you've been denied, because they can see this by looking at your credit report and see that you have new accounts established. Now, this person has a lot of inquiries, okay, and they've been applying mainly to Equifax. But Equifax or any lender can look and say, okay, she applied to Target, Dish, Windstream, Credit Acceptance, Hughes Network, CB, and they applied for credit cards. They tried to get financing. Let me look up here and see if they have any accounts established. And that answer is no. They have no accounts established. None. So they look there and they come here and it's like, wow, okay, denied. Then they come to your history. Okay, what have you done to deserve credit, or to deserve for us to give you an opportunity to establish credit? Here's your account history. Let me go through this. Below is information on any accounts you may have, okay, opened in the past. Accounts that are paid as agreed can remain on your report for up to 10 years from the date of last activity. Okay, that means the last time you actually did something. Typically, a consumer reporting agency will not report negative information that is no more than 7 years old, or bankruptcies that are no more. They're telling you up front what their goal is. That doesn't mean that it's the gospel, and you have to be able to dispute that. Okay, but they're saying accounts that are paid as agreed can remain on your report up to 10 years. That can be good and bad. So let's look. This person has a regional first care. It's in collections. So how do you read your report? Remember, the law says that information has to be accurate across all 3 bureaus or the reporting agencies. Look here. Here's a problem right here. Okay. Here's a problem right here. This is one, right? Here's another one. Okay. Here's another one. Are you guys getting it? So you look at this and you say in your response, when you type in your account, say, hey, there's no account name here. How is it that one account, Equifax, is not saying anything, but TransUnion says this? This is not mine. How can you prove that this is mine when the information is incomplete and it's unverifiable? It has to be accurate, it has to be complete, which is not, and it has to be verifiable. You cannot verify something that is inaccurate and that's incomplete. That's one account. You put that in there. Okay. Next one. Here, same thing. This is not mine. There's no account name. You can't say that that's mine. I don't even know who that is. And they said it's an unpaid medical. Remember I talked to you about medicals. They very seldomly will put information in there because of the HIPAA laws. And that protects our right as consumers to have our medical information kept private and not put on our credit report. Here's another collection here from Barrow Medical Center. DBA, Paragon Revenue. Who is that? Barrow Medical Center. See, these are all issues. These are all issues here in terms of the account name. That's not me. That's a violation. Okay? This is a violation. The status. How can two say that the account is closed and one says it's open? Okay? Look at this. There's no monthly payment. Okay, the date open. You got two different dates. Okay, you have terms. One says it's 1 month. Okay, one says it's 1 month, and the other two says nothing. Look at here, past due. One says it's past due. The other two saying nothing. So these are the type things you have to look at and just call it for what it is. You tell them, look, how can you say this is mine when the account names are all different? And you tell them what you want. As I said in the other video, tell them you want this deleted. You want this off your credit report. Okay, here's another one. Collections, no information, no account name, another medical collection. This is all low-hanging fruit that when you put your information in, we take it the rest of the way and process it and get it knocked out. Another collection, all medicals. These are all low. And with this client, we got all this removed. Every last one of them removed. Here's the same thing here. DBA, Barrow. Okay, which is it? Is it closed? Is it open? Okay, was the account open on the 1st of November or the 20th of November? So again, like I said, it is hard to verify information when the information is inaccurate. Then it says past due. One says it's past due, the other ones aren't saying anything. So you get the point here of how this process works. And you go through every account and you look at it and you deal with it and you say, hey, this is an issue. Here's a great one here. Fifth Third Bank. Okay. Check this out. They have the account numbers. How about that? Look at that. They said the account numbers, they don't even add up. How can they say that this is your Fifth Third account? Right? And here's another issue. They're saying that the date open. Okay, was it the 1st or the 23rd? Right? And then you have the limit. They don't even have a complete limit. Remember, it has to be accurate. It has to be verifiable. And it's not. Look at that. And here's the big one here. Payment status. Okay. They're alleging you were 180 days late. But the other two said it was paid on time. And here's where you become strategic. You look at this. They're saying 180 days late. Okay, do you see that on here at all? I don't see 180 days. I see 120. There are major errors with this account. So what are you going to ask them to do? And here's a nugget for you. Because this account was opened in 2015, I would not keep that hanging around. When you look at all of this negative stuff here in here, that's too much to clean up. Tell them you want it deleted. We can always start with a fresh slate of good credit that you can manage. Okay. Hopefully, what I'm saying makes a lot of sense. And you just go through and you look for anything that is issue. Here we are again, collection. Barrow again. Now it's Wakefield and Associates. Let me highlight this one for you. That's a problem. Now here's the thing with collection companies. They buy the debt for pennies on the dollar. They don't buy the paperwork or anything. They're buying a spreadsheet, and this is being reported. So you tell them this is not mine. Can you prove to me that I owe you money? I owe you $929. There's a lot of errors here, but you want to make your case in the dispute box, and we will take it from there. Okay, we're going to help you walk you through this process, but these are all areas. And you look at this, you'll find so much stuff with your credit report. That's why we have so much fun doing it. Account open and close. Okay, which is it? Okay, we said it has to be accurate, has to be verifiable. It's none of that. It's unverified and it's inaccurate. Okay, big problem. Date open, the same thing. So you get the point here, and there's no information here. How can something be past due? I mean, there's no information in the payment history. So they're basically saying nothing happened in the last 2 years. This ND, by the way, means no data. Okay, no data. Here's the same thing again. Wakefield and Associates, Barrow. Okay, that's a problem. Same thing. So obviously this person had a lot of medicals, and we were able to get that removed with their assistance to give your side of it and say, hey, this is a problem. I don't know who Wakefield and Associates and why they're reporting on my credit report. They're saying it's closed, but the emergency place where this person may have gone to says the account is open. They can't even get their story straight. They're saying it was open on February 27th. The collection company says it was open on February 1st. What is that? So it's like you look at all of this, it's just a repeat. It's like Groundhog's Day. This is truly the definition of insanity. You're seeing the same thing over and over. Use common sense, find inaccuracies, find misleading, find unverifiable. All this stuff is not verified. It's a problem. And you just keep going through. Look at all of this. We got all of this wiped off because of what I just referenced. And I want to just show you, give you an idea of what this looks like right here. Now, here's a good one. It's only one. It's only reporting on one. Here it says paid collections. This person paid the bill. And here's the thing, why you never pay collection companies. See, this person never challenged them to verify the information. And this is a collection company within the orthodontic center. They paid the collection, but look, they got screwed anyway. They still reported it on their credit report as a paid collection. Here's another one, Farmers Home Insurance. Okay, now you look across each line. That seems to be okay. That's okay. That's okay. They're all closed. They're reporting this. Here's a problem right here. Okay, you find anything that does not match all the way across, and you tell your story on it, and you tell them to remove it because of that. Here's another one. How can the high balance be 18, $1,864, and the other one is saying that it's $543? That's a problem. And then you tell them to remove it, delete it. Tell them what you want done with this. Okay. Here's that same account. Look at this, 671,426. And here's this another account within this, 671,435. Okay, obviously, if the person was that bad of a customer, why would they extend them credit more? This tells you about these companies, how they take your information and use it against you. Okay, it's all about money, folks. Date open, close. You got two different dates there. Okay, but they're saying, it's saying it's paid as agreed, but this company says it was past due 60 days. This is Experian. You look on Experian, And you see here 30, 60, this is an old account. What are they talking about? You dispute things that don't line up. Here's another one, monthly payment, no monthly payment, please remove it. No terms, please remove it. You just go from one to the next, and that gives you an idea of how to dispute. What's FST? You know, that is different from First Credit Corporation. This account name, I have no idea what this is. What are you talking about? Who's FST? Don't make their job easier. Make them prove to you that this is indeed belongs to you. In most cases, they don't. You tell them, hey, look, first of all, I don't know who this company is. Secondly, these dates that you have listed as when these accounts were open, I don't those are not right. You just tell them they're not right. Don't tell them, hey, it should be this. No, you tell them it's not right. Let them do the work and tell them you want it removed. Okay. Same thing. How can a collection account be open? What I mean is these are so bad. And you just basically you say the truth and you tell them what you want done. Okay. But this is pretty much it. This person has a long file, but we got it all cleaned up. We got it all cleaned up. And you can see here that these accounts are closed. You can see here the dates open are correct, the amounts are correct, the terms are wrong, the high balances are issued, the limit is an issue, and then it's charged off, right? And they're showing here that it's okay. See, here's a problem. Equifax says bad debt placed for collection and skip, charge off account. So why are they saying that it's okay? It doesn't make any sense, right? So again, this is the process of what you do to read your credit report. Take the information, put it in our system, and let the system do the work for you. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to know anything about credit repair laws or anything. We will carry the rest of it. We just want your side of the story so you can be properly validated and get your credit cleaned up so you can move on with your life. All right. This is Coach Sneed. Hopefully this video helps and it gives you some insight on how to read your credit report and get this stuff cleaned up. And you can tell 10 other people, how great the service was and how you were able to learn about your report, how to read it, and how to fight and stand up for yourself. All right, this is Coach Sneed signing out. This is a 3A video. The next video you'll get, which now you'll go ahead and start to input your accounts into the system. Talk to you later.